Today's news.
CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Monica Rick.
The People's House is back in business.
That is newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson. The Louisiana Republican replaces Kevin McCarthy, ending a 3-week stalemate to get back to work. The CBS's Major Garrett tells us Johnson's got a controversial voting record.
He voted against certifying the 2020 presidential election. He voted against legalizing same-sex marriage. He voted against a Ukraine aid package in May of this year, opposed the most recent continuing resolution in September to keep the government open, and he was part of the legal team that defended former President Trump in the first impeachment hearing.
He won broad support from his colleagues. President Biden is still pushing for the release of more than 200 hostages as Israel prepares for a ground invasion against Hamas in Gaza. But Mr. Biden insists he's not asking Israel to hold off.
What I have indicated to him is that if that's possible to get these folks out safely, that's what he should do. It's their decision.
The UN Secretary General defending his comments now on the war. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
Antonio Guterres is rejecting accusations that he justified Hamas attacks on Israel.
I am shocked by the misrepresentations by some of my statement yesterday in the Security Council, as if I was justifying acts of terror by Hamas.
He said he was setting the record straight out of respect for the victims and families. His remarks yesterday infuriated Israel, which called for his resignation.
The judge in Donald Trump's civil fraud trial in New York just added another $10,000 to his tab for violating a gag order. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
The former president testified for several minutes, telling the Manhattan judge he did not make negative remarks to reporters about a court clerk who he's barred from attacking. He said he was referring to his former attorney, Michael Cohen, who is testifying for a second day, though he did say he thinks the clerk, Allison Greenfield, is maybe unfair and very biased against him.
The hunger crisis is getting worse.
1 million more households with children had trouble getting enough food last year compared with the year before. That's according to the USDA. There have been reports from food banks and the Census Bureau finding that hunger is on the rise for low-income Americans who have been struggling to recover from the pandemic and also from the end of food assistance.
That's CBS's Allison Keyes reporting. Health experts are warning about a salmonella outbreak linked to bagged pre-cut onions. At least 73 people have gotten sick so far in 22 states. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cab News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 65 degrees outside.